The Grammy Awards are often seen as the ultimate recognition in the world of music. Winning a Grammy solidifies an artist's legacy. However, some of the most iconic albums in pop music history have been shockingly overlooked by the awards. In the last video, we looked at 8 albums that never won a Grammy, and in this video, we look at 10 more. Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Released in 2010, Teenage Dream is often hailed as one of the best pop albums of the 21st century. The album produced an unprecedented 5 #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100, a feat previously achieved only by Michael Jackson with Bad. The #1 hits California Girls, Teenage Dream, Firework, and Last Friday Night became anthems that defined an entire generation of pop music. The album became successful because of its infectious hooks, polished production, and Katy's charismatic performance. The album was nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. Despite its commercial success, it lost in both categories. For the Best Pop Vocal Album, it lost to Adele's 21, an album that was virtually unstoppable at the time. 21 went on to win a total of 6 Grammys that year, including Album of the Year. While Adele's album is undoubtedly a masterpiece, the fact that Teenage Dream walked away empty-handed still stings for many of Katy's fans. She is still yet to win her first Grammy, but she is undoubtedly a pop legend. Purpose by Justin Bieber. Fast forward to 2015, Justin Bieber was in the midst of a career transformation. His album Purpose marked a significant shift from his earlier pop sound to a mature style. The album was widely regarded as Bieber's redemption album, as it showcased his growth as an artist. Purpose was nominated for 4 awards at the 59th Grammy Awards in 2017, including Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. However, despite its critical and commercial success, it failed to win any of the categories in which it was nominated. It lost the Best Pop Vocal Album category to Adele's 25, which also went on to win Album of the Year and 4 other Grammys that night. While 25 was a deserving winner, I personally prefer Purpose. After Hours by The Weeknd. Released in March 2020, After Hours was a monumental moment in The Weeknd's career. It was characterized by its dark, moody, and introspective sound, and drew heavily on the 1980s synth pop, while exploring themes of heartbreak, excess, and isolation. Singles like Blinding Lights, Heartless, and Save Your Tears became global hits, with Blinding Lights breaking records as the longest charting song in Billboard Hot 100 history and becoming the most streamed song of all time. The album's cohesive narrative made After Hours one of the most celebrated albums of the year. It received widespread critical acclaim, with many praising The Weeknd for his artistic vision and the album's seamless blend of retro and modern sounds. Fans were confident that the album would sweep the Grammy Awards that year. However, in a shocking move that sparked widespread controversy, After Hours received 0 nominations at the 63rd Grammy Awards in 2021. The snub led to widespread backlash and accusations of bias, with The Weeknd himself publicly criticizing the Recording Academy. While After Hours was glaringly absent from the nominations, Taylor Swift's Folklore took home the Grammy for Album of the Year. Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey's Born to Die, released in January 2012, was a defining moment in pop culture. The album introduced the world to Lana's cinematic and melancholic sound. Tracks like Video Games, Blue Jeans, and the title track showcased her unique vocal style and lyrical themes centered around tragic romance and nostalgia. The album became both a commercial success and a cultural phenomenon, solidifying Lana as a major force in the music industry. The album was praised for its atmospheric production and for changing conventional pop music norms. Despite the impact it has had on a generation of artists, Born to Die did not win any Grammy Awards. In fact, it received just 1 nomination at the 2014 Grammy Awards for Best Pop Vocal Album. The award went to Bruno Mars's Unorthodox Jukebox. Bruno is a Grammy darling, and the album had a diverse sound and polished production, but Born to Die deserved that recognition. It was a groundbreaking album, but it was underappreciated by the Recording Academy. The album's legacy has only grown with the passing of time. Reputation by Taylor Swift. Released in November 2017, Reputation marked a bold transformation in Taylor Swift's career, moving away from the upbeat romantic themes of her previous work. It introduced a darker, edgier sound that reflected her personal battles with media scrutiny and public perception. The album was a commercial powerhouse, debuting on #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, selling more than 1 million records in its first week. The album showcased Taylor's ability to reinvent herself while maintaining her position as one of pop's leading figures. Critically, the album was praised for its production and its cohesive exploration of themes like revenge, love, and fame. Given its impact, many expected it to sweep the Grammy Awards, as Taylor did with her previous albums, but it was surprisingly underrepresented in major categories. At the 61st Grammy Awards in 2019, it was nominated for Best Pop Vocal Album, but lost to Ariana Grande's Sweetener. While Ari's album was a deserving winner, Reputation's loss was seen as a major snub, especially considering the album's cultural impact. 4 by Beyonce. Beyonce's 4, released in June 2011, marked a significant departure from the commercial sound of her earlier work. The album saw Beyonce exploring a more mature and diverse range of musical styles, incorporating elements of R&B, soul, funk, and Afrobeat. Tracks like Love on Top, End of Time, and Countdown showcased her vocal prowess and solidified her status as a musical innovator. Despite its critical acclaim, 4 was largely overlooked by the Grammys. From the album, Love on Top received 1 nomination at the 54th Grammy Awards for Best R&B Performance, which it won. However, the album itself did not receive any nominations in major categories. At the 2012 Grammys, Adele's 21 dominated the ceremony, winning Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. Like a Prayer by Madonna. Madonna's Like a Prayer, released in March 1989, is widely regarded as one of her most iconic and influential albums. The album was a bold statement that combined pop with elements of rock, gospel, and R&B. Songs like a Prayer, Express Yourself, and Cherish became instant hits and solidified Madonna's legacy. The album was both a commercial and critical success, with many considering it as a major moment in pop music history. However, despite its influence, it did not win any Grammy Awards, which remains one of the most perplexing oversights in Grammy history. At the 32nd Grammy Awards in 1990, the Album of the Year went to Bonnie Raitt's Nick of Time. While it was critically acclaimed, many were surprised that Like a Prayer did not receive more recognition, especially given its lasting impact on pop music. Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. Released in January 1999, Britney's debut album Baby One More Time was a pop culture phenomenon that catapulted her to global superstardom. The album's title track, with its infectious hook and memorable music video, became one of the most defining songs of the late 1990s. The album itself, filled with bubblegum pop anthems and ballads, became a blueprint for the teen pop explosion that followed. The album established Britney as a megastar and a pop culture icon. Despite its massive success, the album did not win a Grammy. At the 42nd Grammy Awards in 2000, Britney was nominated for Best New Artist, but lost to Christina Aguilera. The album was not nominated in any category. The Album of the Year at that year's Grammys went to Santana's Supernatural, an album that was a commercial and critical success, but very different in style and genre. Britney has never had a good history at the Grammys, being nominated 8 times and winning just 1. Music Box by Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's Music Box, released in August 1993, is one of the best-selling albums of all time, with over 28 million copies sold worldwide. The album showcased Mariah's incredible vocal range and her ability to craft emotional ballads and pop hits. It included some of her most iconic songs, such as Dream Lover, Hero, and Without You. The album marked a pivotal moment in her career, transitioning her from a rising star to a global superstar. At the 36th Grammy Awards in 1994, Music Box did not receive any nominations. Instead, the Grammy for Album of the Year went to Whitney Houston's The Bodyguard soundtrack. While that album was a massive success, Music Box deserves some recognition, given its commercial success and the impact it had on her career. Mariah completely dominated the 90s, but her Grammy tally during that time does not reflect that. Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's 1979 album Off the Wall is his fourth, and it set the stage for his transition from a child prodigy in the Jackson 5 to a solo superstar. The album sold over 20 million copies worldwide and is often credited for setting the standard for 1980s pop music. It also had classic hits like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Rock With You. Despite the album's overwhelming success, it was largely overlooked at the 1980 Grammys. From the album, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough won a Grammy for Best R&B Male Vocal Performance, but Off the Wall was excluded for the major categories, including Album of the Year. Instead, that award went to Billy Joel's 52nd Street. In the years since its release, Off the Wall has only grown in stature. It is now widely regarded as one of the greatest albums of all time, and it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2008. Which Grammy snubs did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.